And we back, and we back, and we back to some Planet Coaster Tiny Park Challenge, baby. Man, I'm actually kind of falling in love with this park. Autosave? Why you gotta be doing this right in the middle of my intro? So freaking rude. But yeah, guys, in between episodes, I made a couple changes. As you see, both of these coasters that we have over here have a lot of like floating elements. Like, look at the chain lift for the Crystal Curver, which I need to change the name real fast. It's Crystal Curves. Crystal Curver's where it's at. It's just floating. But in between episodes, I went through and I made all of these custom supports. You can make them like one piece at a time. So I did that. And now we don't have floating pieces of coaster in here, which makes it look a lot more realistic and less floaty, I guess. I like adding the small little details just to like, it like fills it up a lot more too. So this looks way better now. So in the comments last episode, I asked you guys if I should build a coaster this episode or if I should build a little haunted house ride. And most people said to do a haunted house ride because we've done coasters in the first 3 episodes. So let's do something a little bit more tame. And something else we need to do real fast is I forgot about this option, but whoa, what is this? Oh, we meet the first objective. Okay, cool. Cool, we got a bronze star. Fantastic. But what I was saying is if you go and like click on somebody, we have Lindsay right here. Her hair has so much volume. I'm proud. If we change their name to Tegged Cam, it allows us to go into a first-person view, I believe. Oh wait, unless that was an option just in the camera in the first place. Or does that allow me to have control myself? It'd be so cool if you could control a person, but I'm not sure if you can do that. But yeah, you can go into like a first-person view. Oh, is that our boyfriend? Damn. He was like, what? I would never date you, bitch. Okay. Yeah, I love this first-person view. Just such a cool little immersive element they added. Jeez, wait, why are there hooks on these freaking paths? That seems really dangerous. I mean, that's a nice little touch, but I feel like someone's gonna like fall and stab themselves in the eye. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna be building the haunted house ride over here, and it's gonna be a track ride. It's not gonna be a roller coaster. It's going to be we could do a tracked motion platform, go that Universal Studios route. Actually, I don't think we have enough room for something like that. Let's just go with the most basic ghost train. It's called the Hoax. I don't fully understand why Planet Coaster has such weird names for all the rides in this game. They don't go with like any of the classic traditional names for any of the rides. They have like little new names. Like for example, I found out this ride right here is called the Larson Looper. I didn't know the official name, but they call it a Hellion Ring in Planet Coaster. It's like, why not just call it a Larson Looper? Like are the names trademarked to the point where they can't put the official name in Planet Coaster? Are they trying to make their own brand completely? I haven't fully figured it out. Anyways, over here is where this haunted house ride is going to be. I really want to shorten the station a little bit if I can because we don't have a lot of space. Okay, I just got to figure out where the entrance and exit are. Let's also pause the game real fast. We're not trying to waste time. Okay, it's on that side. There's no way we'd be able to connect it up on that side. So I think we can just switch it. It's easy as that. Okay, so like usual, we're probably going to have to place the entrance and exit first so we can figure out how this is all going to work. Can we make the exit come outside the park? Like after you ride this ride, it kicks you out of the park and you have to pay to enter again. That would be such a douche move, but it would also be kind of hilarious. I'm going to place the entrance on this side and the exit on this side so we can have the entrance like curve around. Now this ride is going to be interesting because we don't have a lot of space for it. So we're going to have to go vertical and we're going to have to go down too, which fortunately we have a big empty plot of land down here. So most of this ride's probably going to be underground, but you're not really going to be able to tell because I'm going to put walls and everything. So it's going to seem like you're in a haunted house and like you're just down in a basement. They're not going to be able to tell you're in the underground segment. Okay, so we're just going to make a hole right here. Might as well just make a gigantic hole in general because we're going to put our own like platform. You know, can I get rid of all of the ground underneath this? It looks like I can, which is actually really surprising. Usually if there's like a station or path, the game is like, hell no, you best believe you're not going to be messing with this terrain. But it was actually, it agreed with us pretty well right there. Okay, perfect. And this music is way too soothing. It's going to put me to sleep. Planet Coaster is like the most soothing game in the world. It's almost criminal. Okay, let's have it start going down. We can't go down very steep, unfortunately. Okay, let's get rid of the supports for the station. I'm probably going to have it like swing back around. This thing is just going to have a bunch of different levels, and every single room you go into is going to have like a slightly different theme. I'm not sure how different, but slightly different. Oh, these cars can spin too? That's weird. I'm not sure if I want these cars to spin. I don't have to like put brakes or anything, do I? It's not going to fly off. It's not going to gain too much speed, is it? Pretty sure it's just like set to a fixed speed. It doesn't speed up and slow down around paths. I guess we can start a test to find out, huh? Whoa, that's a big curve right there. Big bank to a little bank. Okay, let's watch real fast. Oh, no, they do gain speed. Wait, I couldn't tell if it was supposed to fall off or not. Okay, no, it seems like it'll be okay. They're just going to have to go through some weird lateral G's right there. Might even be better if we just, like, start to curve it and make it a much longer curve. Alright, so I have the Spooky DLC pack downloaded. I have all the DLC downloaded, in case anybody was wondering, because I have a Planet Coaster addiction. Don't worry about it. One thing that is kind of lame is that you have to pay extra money for the Spooky Scenery pack, and it doesn't even have that many spooky pieces. I feel like it could have so many more. Like, here's all the spooky animatronics. And it's like, really? I feel like spooky scenery is like one of the biggest types of scenery you could work with, and they didn't even put that much in here. We got some larvae, some phantoms, some skeletons, some spiders. I guess like we can kind of branch out and use the adventure pack and stuff too to add some scary elements, because there's lots of weird stuff in that game. So we're gonna do a big circle right there, and then we're gonna dive back down. And I think like down in this bottom section, I'm gonna do something like really scary. Like, I'm just gonna go all out. I'm gonna put like fire, lava, and just tons of just really weird messed up stuff, and it's gonna be sick. Okay, so over here is where I wanted to like spiral upwards to the upper level. Well, honestly, now that I think about it, we could just keep this haunted ride completely underground and then use the space above it for something else. Because we could have another ride that goes like back and forth over this park entrance. I'm pretty sure I'm able to use this land right here, correct? That ride's too big to be able to tell. Yeah, this one should work. Yeah, we can put something over here. So yeah, let's use this space for something else. I don't know if it'll be like a roller coaster or what, but this ride is definitely going to be long enough, like with the space that we have underground over here. And I don't think I'm going to put like anything else on this side of this RMC track, because I'd have to put like a path that leads over here, and that would be a little bit too long. So we'll just kind of space this ride out and just do some really cool scenery for it. So there will be like one ride in this park that really just bops. Okay, that was actually really easy to bring it back up. One question though is, can we have more than 3 ghost trains if I have a small station? Because I feel like we've seen in the past what small stations can do. But these types of rides are different from roller coasters, so it might be a little bit more lenient. Oh, hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, these things are connected? Are these like in groups of 3? I must know. Yes, but they're not connected. Wow, this ride actually seems like it's kind of fun. It's like almost a roller coaster in a way. Okay, this goes a lot faster than I expected. I'm going to have to make this a lot longer. Oh, shoot. Do I need to have a chain lift? I'm confused. Was there a chain lift option? I don't think I saw a chain lift option, but it seems like it needs a chain lift. Oh, there is a chain lift. It can only be placed straight and unbanked. Crap. I did not realize we needed a chain lift to get back up. That kind of sucks. Alright, well, we're going to have to be doing some extra editing to this. This is going to be a lot more difficult than I thought, especially because we can't have a curved chain lift. Dang it. You soiled my plans, dude. Yep, this is going to suck. Alright, well, let's figure out how we're going to do this, because we have to do something, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to have to make some changes to this mid-segment to make some room for these chain lifts. What the heck? I'm like clicking on things when it's like building track down here. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make some adjustments over here. Okay, so it really does gain a lot of speed from going down some of these paths. What the heck? Stop. Just let me click on things. Okay, I'm going to try to keep things a little bit more square at this top segment because I want it to be more like you're going through a house. And then at some point, it's going to be like, all right, go to hell. And you're just going to fall into the flames. And we're going to fill this area up with fire down here and put like tons of like skeletons that are like writhing in pain. And, you know, lava plumes, smoke, and whatever else this game has that seems scary. Because, you know what, this ride's going to be rated M for mature. What if that was a thing for rides? I don't think that is. Be kind of interesting, though. Because I'm going to like curve this right here because we're going to save this side for the big long chain lift section. But I don't want it to be like too long of a chain lift. I want to keep the chain lift split up so it like seems like the theming is a little bit consistent. I'm just going to have this like go down in like little staggered segments. Okay, so this drop is like just very long. I don't know if we want to have it quite like that. I think I'd rather make it go down a little increments. That way you have like little spouts of like airtime, because it seems like this coaster works a little bit more like a roller coaster. So I think we can kind of get away with doing that. And I'm pretty sure these little carts are locked onto the track so they can't fly off. So having to do airtime hopefully won't be a problem. Hopefully it's not going to ramp off and go flying. Although that would be kind of hilarious. I would be kind of down for that. Like sometimes I'll like build a first track just to kind of like evaluate the amount of space I have to work with, and then I'll go back and like change everything. Now, once I have like a better understanding of what I'm working with. Usually rides will be much better if you go through a couple like different phases and try to work with it. It's gonna go down, down, down till the burning. Oh my god, look at those cars just frozen in midair. Okay, so there's gonna be a decent amount of speed right here. So we should probably have it go uphill at least a little bit. How steep can this be? I feel like I should be banking this, but at the same time, that's not even an option. So you gonna make it up that hill? I guess we can go ahead and test it and find out. Let's like just see the behavior of these carts on this type of track. Ooh, I like how they disappear with like a giant poof. And this looks way more clean too. I'm a lot happier with what we have going on now. Ooh, okay, yeah, it does get a lot of speed through here. This thing is gonna be, this thing's hauling, man. Okay, it's a little bit too high. Thing is, it seems like it has a lot of friction on it, so it doesn't pick up too much speed. So, not trying to go too high right there. Let's just have it like kind of go up on this hill. And I'm assuming it at least has like a driving chain, so it'll be moving consistently. Oh wait, we can do railings? Why would I want to do that? I want people to feel like they're going to fall off and die. I can't believe we have almost 1,500 people in this park. So I keep on pausing it. Like, I don't want them to just be running around this park with nothing to do. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. We have 3 roller coasters in this park. 4 if you consider a Larson Looper coaster, which I would say most people don't. But, you know, for Six Flags, we could consider it a roller coaster because we're being cheap. Okay, so I'm going to keep this area pretty empty over here, but I am going to curve this back and forth. I liked that idea of having like a weird like S turn right here. All right, so here's going to be like a small little midsection because we have this first chain lift over here. So I'm just going to like bring it around in a circle just to give ourselves. Also, somebody named Ian King told me a new hotkey that I actually never knew. And I've been playing this game for 3 years and I never knew this. And I really wish I did because it would have like helped me out so much. If you press L, your camera gets a light in the game and you don't have to like place these random lights everywhere to keep things illuminated for yourself to build. And that just like changed my whole entire life. I should probably start using that when building underground now, just in general. But holy crap, I can't believe I never knew about that. I haven't built a ton of rides underground, but I've built enough to where that would have definitely come in handy in the past. All right, so let's get this next chain lift going. I don't want it to collide. I want it to come up over here. Here, let's like angle it a little bit better. All right, so there's chain lift number 2. This one's pretty short. It's mostly just to get it up a little bit higher. It goes from, like, it takes you up 10 feet. Nothing too much. I just wanted to bring it up to the level of this. And now I'm just gonna kind of circle around in this area. I'm not even sure what we'll be using it for. I only have about half of the scenery for this ride planned out, but the other half usually comes to me whenever I like start placing down pieces and start seeing what I have to work with again, because sometimes I just forget what scenery pieces there are in the first place. Like Planet Coaster is one of those games where you can just like kind of have a loose idea of what you want to do, start building, and then just like go from there. All right, I got the whole entire thing all connected up, and I'm actually liking the shape of it quite a bit. Should probably adjust the terrain right here so people aren't crushed to death at the very end of the coaster. That would probably not give us the best reviews. I keep on pushing these walls back. Is this one far enough back? Yes, it is. I think I accidentally had the track intercept over here. Yes. But first go ahead and just watch it again. Make sure it gets through the whole entire track. And there's also that piece that unlocked the coaster and made it spin. I'm not sure if I wanted to do that though. Like spinning doesn't seem like the best possibility for this ride. So it goes pretty fast. Like this thing is more like a roller coaster, which I'm down with because the more thrilling a ride is, the better in my opinion. Okay, good, it makes it over that hill. Coming back down. Gonna make it up this one. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it up. Oh, it did. Okay. This thing just keeps like a pretty consistent pacing the whole entire way through. Oh, it barely makes it underneath there. Okay, hopefully nobody tall rides this ride. Maybe I should raise this up a bit higher. I don't know. Oh gosh, I did not realize. Yep, never mind. Can't do that. See, this is why we test. Okay, it has been fixed. Hopefully it goes around this time. Let's just go triple speed. This thing's gonna be freaking whoa! All right, it's kind of slow in this section, but this will be like the one section that's like maybe a little bit more story driven, you know? Maybe we can add some audio, we can add some speakers, have somebody talk to you right here. I don't know. That's not the best idea I've had yet. But I'm just kind of just spewing stuff and hoping something sticks. Yeah, the chin lift section is a little bit boring. Like this ride, it starts off with the fun part, and then the second half is a little bit underwhelming. But I don't know, I don't want to have to like start with the station underground and have it start with the boring chain lift and then get scary. And that would be like more realistic to what most rides would do, but hey, we're switching it up out here in the Tiny Park. It's gonna start off thrilling. Let's ride it once. I just want to see what this feels like whenever you're on the ride, because it seems like it's pretty thrilling overall, especially for just like a typical ghost train. A lot of sharp turns. Oh. Woo! I'm digging this. It's weird having all these like little skinny supports. Like, why? These are the skinniest supports I've ever seen for any ride. Looks like this ride is being held up by spaghetti noodles. All right, and this is the slower part, which is boring right now, but once we add scenery, it's going to be a lot more fun. All right, cool. Well, we have a ride built. Let's get these paths put into place. This will probably be a little bit on the more difficult side. Actually, no, this is going to be really easy. Never mind. Thought it was going to be difficult, but it's probably going to connect up real quick. Oh, yeah. Wow, that was really freaking easy. That was like the easiest path connection I've ever made my whole entire life. Do I like this type of brick, though? It's pretty scary looking. It looks sort of weird like by itself, but once we put walls around it, I think it'll look really good. Let's get rid of that piece. Yeah. Just like has a good fit to it overall. Is there a way we can make another staircase going up so we can put something above this? Or what we could possibly do, this might be a little bit of a far fetch. We're already pretty far in the air right here, so if we could somehow like rearrange the paths in here and have a path come out through here, cut across underneath the roller coaster, and then we'll put some other section that goes above this path. I hope that's not too much, but at the same time, it's a tiny park. Like, we're gonna have to start getting extra. Like I talked about that bell curve last episode, how it's gonna get really, really nice, and then it's probably gonna get worse as we continue adding new stuff. Also, something else I wanted to talk about really briefly is lots of people thought that I was like trying to start some beef with Toadlet25, which I called him Toddlet25 on accident. I just like misread his name because my eyesight's really, really bad. But people thought I was like trying to start beef with him when talking about his tiny park, when I said that his rides weren't very realistic. And I wasn't trying to start any beef whatsoever. I think people might have taken it the wrong way. I was trying to compliment him, which apparently I'm bad at compliments. So I was like suggesting people go watch his series, and I said that he has a great personality. All I was like kind of trying to say is like his rides, he doesn't add much scenery. He doesn't really build stations and stuff. Also, his park footprint was a lot smaller. He didn't have as much space. So I can kind of understand why he didn't build stations and stuff. But when I was saying that I was putting my own spin on the Tiny Park Challenge, I was just saying that I like to add like over the top scenery and detail, as you guys can see. Like, it wasn't meant to be like a bash or anything. Like I said, I suggested people to go watch his videos as well, which isn't bashing. At least I don't think so. Just in case anybody misinterpreted that. But yeah, look at this. We got it all connected. Has a sort of short entrance, but I think overall we're able to keep this whole entire thing filled. How many cars does it have right now? We got number of trains, 2. How come there's only 2? Oh, it's because there's a chain lift right here. Apparently you can't have something behind a chain lift. What? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to edit this again. Fortunately, we have some extra space over here to work with. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to do is just have like some straight pieces right here. Okay, it's reconnected again. This thing is going through so many iterations, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. Okay, so now we have 4 trains. This is a much better amount. I just want these trains to be equally spaced out. The other problem is you can only have like 2 people per freaking cart, so unless we had more trains, the capacity for this ride would be absolute garbage, and nobody would be riding it. Especially since we have a short line, we really got to keep the people like cycling through as quickly as possible. So I think, yeah, we got to test it one more time. And then once it's gone through, we can go ahead and open it, and we'll decorate it as people are riding it, because we want to get the park clout ASAP. We don't want to have to wait until the ride is finished to get more people in our park because of it. And I also just want more people to come over here because the side of the park is a little bit lonely. I feel like I haven't seen very many peeps in a while. I'm gonna fast forward it so we can just get all the way through. Let's make sure it makes it all the way through. It should. There's like no reason why it shouldn't. Okay, yeah, I did it. Perfect. And what is I'm actually really interested to see what the excitement rating for this is. It's going through the station at the slowest possible rate. Well, I guess all 3 of the carts got to make it through for it to count. Okay. Well, dang, the excitement is at 5.43. So this is almost as exciting as our RMC coaster. Oh, we never like gave the name to this, which we did get a suggestion. We had a comment from Panda Coco who suggested we name this ride at the Twisted Lightning, which I'm down with. Sounds epic. Lightning, is it N-I-N-G? Lightning? Or is it light? That's not lighting, it's lightning. Lightning's a weird word. I've never noticed before, but it's kind of weird. And we only have 1 cart on this station too. Yeah, we should probably add a second cart to this ride, which is kind of sad. We're gonna have to close it down real fast. The way we'll do that is we'll just put some block breaks down here. I mean, we have some space for them, so have a second train running. I keep calling them carts. They're called trains. Just note to myself, want to use the proper terminology for things. Okay, block section, and then have it connect back up. That should be perfect. And yeah, we have 2 trains now. Awesome. All right, put it into test mode. Where's the second train at? Oh, it's putting it at the top of the lift hill. Okay, perfect. So now that's gonna have to test one more time before people start riding it. Wait, did we ever open up this ride? We didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and open it. People can start riding, especially because they're probably gonna be so pissed because we closed down the RMC. Is this thing testing? Oh yeah, they have to wait for all the people to get out of the station before it starts testing. Okay, well, I'm not gonna watch it. Let's just let it do its own thing. And we also have to name this spiral coaster over here, which I got a comment for that as well from M&J Videos. They suggested we name it Big Bang Theory, which I've never even seen that show. I hate shows with laugh tracks, but it's a pretty good pun, so I'm gonna go with it. I just want to admire this for like one more second. Having all these supports back, it's looking real good. Supports really fill this out so much. I also went through and I added some like changes. Like I made this portion right here do like a slight outer bank because it was going pretty slow, so I thought it'd be a little bit more thrilling if we added something like that. And now we're going to add a 4th coaster next episode, which I'm super excited for. Hey, we have our first customers. Let's go. It's 2 little girls. Hopefully they don't fly out. The first like humans to ride our new like hell ride are like 2 9-year-old girls. Freaking classic. Okay. Fair enough. This is going to take so much decorating. We're probably going to have to dedicate like a full episode just to decorating this ride, which I'm down for. We'll do like the first half of this episode and do like the second half in a future video. Is there anything else I needed to do? Is this ride gone through yet? I want to open up Twisted Lightning again. Somebody said we should name this ride Zero G. Well, not Zero G. How do I pronounce it? Gyro Z. Sometimes I'll call it a Gyro Z stall because, I don't know, when my brain gets into commentary mode, I just forget how to pronounce things correctly. I just go into autopilot sometimes. But I almost named this ride Gyro Z. Maybe we should just name our park that. Gyro Z Park. Such a funny, like, slip of the tongue. So I really wish this Pegasus model in the park, this is part of the theme maker's toolkit, so it's not an official scenery ride, which is why it's kind of buggy. It doesn't like fully come into view until we're fairly close to it. It looks so good though, I don't want to get rid of it. It's so pretty. Oh, something else I need to talk about real fast, which I should have like mentioned this at the beginning of the episode, which I might mention it again next episode. The objectives. I had to go through and change the objectives because they were actually impossible to meet. So the maker of this challenge map, his name was Kendrick. Small question on a side note. Do you remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances? Maybe? No? Anyways. He left me a comment saying that he made a mistake, so I had to go back through and make some changes to this scenario in the scenario editor mode, which thank God you can do. So I went through and I changed the objectives. Now to get the medium objective, we need to have 1,500 guests in our park and build 6 coasters, so 3 more roller coasters. And the hard objective is to attract 2,000 guests, build 10 rides, build 9 coasters, and achieve a park rating of 2,000. So now the hard objective is a lot more doable. Originally it was impossible because we had to build an elaborate hotel, and there wasn't even hotels as an option in the game. I went ahead and added those as well so we could put a hotel in our park if we wanted to. But yeah, fortunately I was able to fix everything, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for making this challenge map in the first place, Kendrick. I appreciate it. It's been fun so far. Thankfully we have scenario editor, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and build on station. I'm gonna build the above ground building first this episode. We'll build the above ground building so it looks good from above ground, and then in the next episode we'll do all the underground decorations. Alright, so we got some flooring and walls in place for this mansion. Just got it started. It's pretty clean looking so far. Whoa. I love her orange pants. She's looking like a traffic cone. Girl, gotta use caution when approaching you. Look at all these kids. Where do I get these sunglasses? Are these like prescription glasses? Like what if this is this girl's actual prescription and she wears these star glasses every single day? Freaking fashion icon out here. Wow, this guy has a hardcore fade going on. Wait, is this Wonder Woman? Yeah, they're all pretty excited. So we got like the basics of this Haunted Mansion put in place. And it looks kind of weird. Like I need to blend it into the ground over here. So I'm gonna add some rocks, which I already did. Let's go ahead and just redo. I feel like I'm using magic whenever I do this. You just play something and then you undo it. And then you can just press redo really fast and it just all gets placed right before your eyes. But yeah, that blends it in pretty well. Still need to add some plants, but I'm glad we got the basics of this mansion going on. I think we should add a few like details on the inside first before we add the roof, and we'll kind of like build it up a little bit. I don't want to make it too high. I'll probably make it 2 stories. And then I need to figure out like what's gonna go across from the top of the mansion to over here. I added the rest of the rides. I know I complained that there wasn't bumper cars, but when I went into scenario mode, I added some bumper cars. So we now have the ride that I want. I'm not going to put that right here, though. I'm probably going to replace that, like, was it Swift Drifters? Yeah, Swift Drifters. I'm going to replace that with bumper cars in a bit. But maybe we could have something, I don't know, this cube would be kind of cool. I don't know if we want a ride to go across, or if we want the ride to be, like, off to the side. And then we could have some sort of something else over here. I need to really think this through. We don't have to really plan it out yet. We still need to add some of the decorations into this haunted house. So let's look at like the options for the scenery in the spooky area. So kind of like I said earlier, there's not a whole lot of scary scenery pieces, so there's not very many options to go with. And since this building's kind of small, it's like way too small to be a house, so I don't think haunted house is the right direction to go for this ride. I was thinking that we do a mortician, which I know is like a funeral director. It's like the person that takes care of dead bodies. I'm not sure where they go, like a funeral home. It's gonna be a place where dead bodies go, where they make graves and stuff, because there's lots of graves, but there's not enough space to have like a graveyard or anything like that. So I'm just gonna like place a bunch of graves. Like this is where you go when you want to buy graves and put like a dead family member to rest. And then we'll have like a dark turn where this mortician is like collecting the bodies and using them to like open up like a portal to hell or something. Like we're gonna go really dark because, I mean, come on, go hard or go home, right? We'll have like a couple coffins set up, then maybe have a couple chairs. Like this room is used like a little bit. I don't want to have too much furniture in here, but we'll have like a little bit because the mortician would have some books and stuff for whenever he gets bored as well. So arrange some books on these bookshelves for the mortician to read. Kind of simplistic. Oh, everything's floating in here. Here, can we like merge this all into a scenery group so we can edit it all together? Yes, merge into scenery group, edit. Here, I think it's all floating, so I want to bring it all down at the same exact time so it's all at the same height. And perfect. We should put a dead body inside one of these coffins as well. I'm not sure what happened to the mortician. Like maybe somebody came through and murdered him, and some of the bodies that he was working with at the time were never taken care of, so they're gonna be haunted. Okay, that one's like a little bit too jank. Do we have anything like... Yeah, here we go. This one's like kind of sitting down. It's really sad. His spirit was never put to rest, so his spirit is haunting the ride itself. And then this one, we'll leave this one empty, but we'll put like a coffin lid somewhere off to the side. Okay, that's like a night coffin lid. Nah, we'll just go. This is a regular funeral home. Has to have this one aligned to surface. Okay, it's on top, but I want it to seem like it was kind of pushed off or something, like it was knocked off. Let's try to simulate gravity the best we possibly can. Okay, that seems like it's pretty good. So that lid was pushed off, and this lid, I don't even know where that lid went. I don't think it matters too much. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna have one grave like laying across from here. But yeah, as soon as you enter the theme park, if you look over to your right, you can see a bunch of graves for sale. Perfect. What a warm welcome. I like it though. I'm here for it. I'm gonna put like a fence or something just to kind of separate this off a little bit. That's a very tiny fence. That's a fence for little dwarf people. Okay. I hate the align to surface tool. It can be really weird sometimes. I'm gonna do something more like a crypt style fence. No, I should probably go with something a little bit more elegant. Yeah, let's do this iron fence. All right, watch out, sinners. Don't want to get anywhere near this haunted mansion. This looks really weird right here. What the heck is going on with this? I'm not even gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna let it be. I think the best way to like blend all this in would just be to use some like bushes and rocks to kind of cover up this weird little lip that we had to use to cover up the hole in the ground. I'm gonna put some spooky sofas in here. And then we also have these picture frames. Where are they at? I saw them earlier. Yeah, here we go. Is there any smaller ones? Because we can have some spooky picture frames in here, and we can put whatever picture we want in this. I can like find some picture off Google Images. If you guys have like any good ideas for some like pictures to put in this room, maybe something that's like culturally relevant or something, maybe to lighten the mood so it doesn't seem too scary. Because I don't know, this might be a little bit too much right now. I guess we're gonna find out. What is this? Is that a mirror? Does that have reflection? Oh, this is another billboard. You can put movies in here. Oh, I wonder if I could like... Oh, that's really cool. Oh, it's sideways. Ooh, do they have anything like spooky for this? It's all these spooky tour options. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure if that's the type of thing we're looking for. Temple ruins? Okay, I think we're gonna have to import some like either scary movies or images. So if you guys have any like ideas of what I could import to put in these picture frames, give me some good ideas in the comments, and in between episodes I'll go and download them, import them into the game, and we'll put some something in here. I don't really know. This is why I'm giving you guys the creative freedom to think about that, so you guys can have a little bit of like creative say. Should probably add some lighting. Got some spooky lamps. These don't seem that great. Here, let's see how dark they are. Let's go to PM. Oh yeah, one other thing I changed in scenario editor mode. I'm gonna mention this next episode as well because this is the very end of the episode. But I changed it. But I changed our park settings so it'll go through a full day and nighttime cycle. I was locked to daytime this whole entire episode, but if I undo the checkbox, it'll go all the way through the cycle, so it'll go through a natural night cycle as well, which is freaking awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. But for now, let's keep it nighttime so we can figure out the lighting situation here. Are these very bright? These seem very, very dark. These seem like indoor lights. So let's put them indoors, I guess. Makes sense, right? Then let's get even spookier in like the crypt room. Let's use some torches. You know how it is. Okay, we don't want to have too many torches though, because we want it to be ambient. Gotta have nice ambience. There's also this chandelier, which seems a little bit too extra. Maybe we can put it in one of the other rooms in this haunted house. Lights with a little curtain shades in here. Some light variety. It's nice, I guess. I'm gonna go kind of simplistic in here and just put like a basic little oil lamp. Get some of that nice reflection. And as we go deeper in here, who knows what's gonna happen? That's gonna be something we worry about in a later episode. They have bat animatronics. Or are these people afraid of it? Wait, what? Is that a thing? People seem like upset by this. Or are they cheering? I can't tell. I think it's affecting them, but I might just be like confusing it from other just random motions that they make because these people like never stop moving. I feel like I should put some bats in here though. They would hang from the ceiling, I feel. So let's wait until we put the roof in. Ooh, cobwebs. That's a good little addition as well. They look a little bit strange. Why does it look purple? Do the cobwebs look good? Do they like fit in okay? Maybe they look better in this room right here on this like rock wall. Okay, I say that works. I don't like how they look purple though. I guess it just depends on like what surface. It's purple on the wood, and then it's like a black against this crypt wall. Very interesting. I kind of like it though. I just like the shadows it sort of places. Does it look better if you like kind of put it at an angle and make it seem like an actual cobweb? Because yeah, let's do that shit instead. Much better. And then for this one, I don't know, it's weird. It almost looks shiny. Like it doesn't look like a cobweb because of how shiny it is. And I tried. I don't know if the spider webs are the best scenery piece in this game. Not the worst though. We got some spiders though, like really small spiders. Let's put a spider up in this like cobweb that we just placed. Okay, put it up in the web. Yeah, now you can tell what it is. Very scary. People are gonna be very upset by that, I'm sure. I know I would be. Don't want to use any spooky vines? I don't think spooky vines are the answer right now. I think the correct answer though is to kind of start putting some bushes over here and blending all of this in. All right, you guys ready for this? Woo! Got some good blending going on over here. Wait, what the heck? What is this lamp doing? Dude, you're looking drunk right now. Keep your composure. You're on film right now, dude. You're on film. And this one's floating. This one's not floating too, is it? It is. They're all floating. Wait. These are the spooky lamps. But at the same time, they don't look that scary. I kind of like them. They don't let out too much light. It's like a good ambience. It's nice and warm, but it doesn't reach too far of a radius. So I feel like it kind of works out here. So I guess we might as well go ahead and put like a ceiling in here just to kind of cap it off. All right, roof time. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right, let's look inside. Hopefully this roof isn't too low. I might need to raise the ceiling a little bit higher. But at the same time, I feel like a low ceiling makes sense in this type of building. I need to patch this up with like a pillar or something. I'll get it in a second. I haven't like done any of the fine details. You know what? I actually like this low roof. I think the low roof works. I just need to lower some of these paintings in here to make it look more symmetrical. But yeah, I like this. It makes it actually look a lot more scary. It makes it feel more claustrophobic. Because this isn't a house. It's like a business, and it's probably not a very profitable business. And it's not like they're trying to impress their customers coming through because they're just getting rid of dead bodies. So if anything, yeah, I think this is pretty good. And then I like these little windows right here so you can see the end of the ride, kind of see what you're going to get yourself into, get you a little bit of anticipation built up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this up a little bit, and then we're going to have a second level, and there's going to be like another ride slash like, there's going to be food up here, a ride, a hotel, and maybe even something else small. I haven't fully figured it out yet, but that is something else we're going to work on in the future. I should probably add some like windows out here. What window options do we have? Ooh, that's scary. I should probably get rid of this piece right here, even though it is nice to like be able to see through, just because it would kind of take away from the effect of the actual windows that we're about to place. Oh, freaking grid sizes. Keeps on switching back. Okay, yeah, this works. That's pretty, that definitely feels like it's for a funeral home, because the window is literally shaped like a coffin. That's terrifying. And then we'll do like a different shape on the other side, leading up to it. Let's use like this big window. Ooh, yeah, I think that works. That really sets the mood. I want to put it on the inside as well to balance it out, just so people aren't like confused. You won't be able to see through the window, but just so there's like some consistency there. And now I have to move these lights. I know it's kind of weird that you can like see these stones through here, but it kind of works because this is gonna have to be like a mud wall in the first place because of how close it gets. But let me see what like different terrain options we have. Sucks that I don't have regular rock. All we have is this. Ooh, actually this kind of works. But all we have is this like brownish rock, not the gray rock, but it's okay. We'll make do. Ooh, can I like do it outside? Oh, I can't. I didn't know I was able to do that. I guess the terrain doesn't really have much of an effect. I can't place like bushes outside of the barrier though, can I? No, I can't. All right, we have this beam right here, which we can use to like kind of fill in this little gap. Here, what we'll do is we'll just have like a full wall. I'm actually just gonna copy and paste this over. I kind of like this. Nice, that gives a little bit of variation. It's looking pretty good. Put one at the top. Yeah, there we go. Nice. It's looking slick. Yeah, I like these like little pillars because you can make the edges stick out and protrude just like an inch, which really makes that much of a difference. We can also just make these doorways a little bit more cleaned up. Makes it seem like we actually put some finished work on here. Let's freaking just do this Planet Coaster magic, baby. I'll put a few more windows out here, even though there's no windows in the inside, just because it makes it look better from the outside. It's just an illusion. Alright, so I put like a stone surface to the very top of this just to clean it all up, and I'm gonna like kind of tie it together with this haunted house like plank type piece, just to kind of like smooth these edges together. And autosave, I wish I could change how often it autosaves. I think there's like something that you can change in the game's code that allows you to change the autosave frequency, but that's nothing that I was able to figure out myself. I didn't try hard enough, but I also didn't want to like screw with my game's code and make it so my game was unplayable. If that makes sense. There is a lot of people in this area. There's a lot going through here. Whew, at least they can walk through each other. That's what matters most. Yeah, let's see what it's like walking up to this. Would it be called a morgue? I don't know. What do you guys think is like the best name for this building? Because I don't really know what to call it. Head inside here. I already hear the screams of people who are just having the time of their lives. Oh, the spider. Is that a Black Widow? I think so. It has like that red thing on its back. Yikes. And here's the entrance. Pretty small and simplistic, but that's pretty much how we have to do things around here. It feels like we've done like the least amount this episode just because everything we did is underground. Like the park looks not very different overall from how it started, but just the fact that there's a big ride underground over here and that this is a new platform for us to make something that goes across, whatever that may be, because we have a lot of space over here still, and we're just gonna go over this path. Just tunnels on tunnels on tunnels. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. If you guys have any good names for this ride, let me know. But apart from that, I'm gonna head out. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button to be notified when I post more of these videos. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.